Alright, so let's talk about the 12 types of Facebook ads. So the first type of Facebook ad we'll be talking about are video ads. So this is a standard example of how a video ad will look. You know, you'd have some text right up here at the top. You'd have the video right here, which is the main part of the ad. And you also have the headline and a call to action right over here at the bottom. So according to HubSpot, video accounts for 50% of all online traffic. So if you're not making video yet, I mean, I would highly recommend to get started on that. And especially when it comes to creating ads, you know, creating videos is a very engaging way to create your ad and to share your message with your target audience. Now with Facebook, a video can range anywhere from 1 second all the way up to 240 minutes, which is 4 hours depending on the ad placement. So there's definitely a lot of room for creativity when it comes to creating an ad, although I wouldn't recommend creating an ad that's 4 hours long or an ad that's 1 second. You know, you can't really communicate a lot of information, but you know, somewhere in between that, you know, maybe a minute long or a few minutes, you know, depending on the type of product that you're selling, you know, maybe a bit more up your alley. And also when it comes to a video ad, the aspect ratio can range anywhere from like a 9 to 16, which would be more like a Facebook story or like an Instagram story, like those really long ads, all the way up to a 16 to 9, which is like a widescreen sort of ad. Next we have which is called an image ad, which is pretty much like your basic Facebook ad. In fact, Facebook describes a single image ad as giving you a clean, simple format to use with inspiring imagery and engaging copy. So if you're just starting out with using ads, then an image ad will probably be your best bet. As you can see, it's a very straightforward. Using one single image, you have the ad copy at the top. You know, you have your headline at the bottom. That's a pretty straightforward ad, exactly as the name says. So single image ads are very versatile because they could be used with just about every ad objective that you can think of. And on some use cases when it comes to single image ads includes like driving people to your website. Let's say you need to create an ad quickly and you don't have the time to create like a video ad or a carousel or something like that. You can just slap one image together, put some ad copy together, and you know, you can have your ad out a lot quicker to see if it gets approved or not. And also just raising general awareness of your products. Like you just post you can have one of your single images be like a product that you sell, you know, put some enticing ad copy around it, and then you can have an ad that's created very quickly, and you can help show more people what your product is about. Next we have is the collection ad. So this format actually allows people to move from a discovery to a purchase in a very smooth and a very immersive way. So here's an example from Adidas here. You see we have a video that's sort of like the main image, and we have a couple of supporting images at the bottom. So when somebody goes and they click on this ad, it takes them to this full screen experience, showing them the same video, showing them the products. So if somebody is over here at the second page and they see something that they like, all they have to do is just click on one of the images, and it takes them to the website that shows them the product that they have selected. So each collection ad does contain like a primary image or video, like I was saying before, and there are 4 accompanying images that are arranged in a grid-like layout. And people who click on the ad are going to be taken to a fast-loading post-click experience that's powered by Instant Experience. Now, Instant Experience is something we're going to be talking about a little bit later. Now, this template works very well if you have a particular product that you want to highlight, followed by a related product. So if you're in the e-commerce space and you have a bunch of different products that you sell, then using the collection ad may be up your alley, especially if there are certain themes within your products that you can create collections around. Next we have is the carousel ad. So a carousel ads, as opposed to a single image ad where you only has to display like a single image, a carousel ad allows you to display 2 or more images or videos at the same time. Now each image or video is referred to as a card, and you can have up to 10 cards per ad unit. So this is a basic representation of how a carousel ad looks like. You know, you have the ad copy up at the top, and you have your images / your videos here at the bottom. Each one is represented by a particular card. So with Facebook actually has a feature for carousels that allows you to optimize the order of the cards, so that way the most frequently clicked are shown first. But let's say if you have a carousel that's ordered in a very particular way, then you obviously wouldn't want to use that feature, but this could be useful, especially if you have different images or different videos that you're testing with the carousel. You can optimize this that way it shows the best performing ones first. So here's some ideas as far as use some carousel ads to kind of help get the juice flowing. One thing you could do is you could feature multiple products and link to a different landing page for your carousel. So like I say, you can create up to 10 cards for your carousel ad. So it could be up to 10 different products or 5 different products or however many products that you have, and you can have each one of them linked to a particular landing page for that respective product. Next, you can highlight multiple features of the same product. So let's say you're on the opposite end where you only have like one product that you really focus on. You could just take that one product and you could use a carousel ad as a way to explain different aspects of it, so that people can get a really wholesome view of what your product is about, and they can do it in a very different way. Next, you can also tell a story. So the carousel ad is very conducive to that. You can break up the cards into like a beginning, middle, and end structure. Maybe the first 3 cards have like the beginning of your story, the next 3 or 4 has the middle, and then the last couple represents the end of your story. So that's also another really clever way you can play with these carousel ads. And then also it could just be explaining a process where each card explains a particular step of a process that you have. It can be up to 10 steps, of course, because you can have no more than 10 cards, but you can also play with the carousel ads in that aspect. Next, we have what's called a slideshow ad. Now, slideshow ads can be made directly inside Facebook, and they actually offer most of the experiential benefits that a video provides. So slideshow ads actually use up to 5 times less data than a traditional video ad. So it can be very appealing in that aspect, because people can go and they can look at your slideshow and not worry about consuming a lot of data, especially if you don't have like a limited data plan or anything like that. Or let's say you have a couple of images that you want to put together, or you have like some clips that you want to put together. You can use those clips and you can put them together into a slideshow. And like I said, offers the same experiential benefit that video provides. So just to give you an idea for using slideshow ads, it may be a good idea to use them in markets where people have generally like a slower internet connection or using older devices. It is in these particular markets where using a slideshow ad makes a lot of sense, because like I said, with slideshow ads, they don't use as much data as a video ad, but it still offers many of the same experiential benefits. So it's something to consider, especially if you advertise on a global like all over the world and stuff, in markets where they don't have faster connections. Consider using a slideshow ad rather than a traditional video ad. Next, we have the instant experience. So what an instant experience does is essentially it's a full screen experience that's exclusive only to mobile devices. You won't see this on desktop, just mobile devices. And it opens up after somebody goes and clicks on your ad. Now with instant experience, you got a taste of it when we was looking at collection ads, but these tend to work with most ad formats. So you can use a single image ad, a video, or a carousel, or a collection ad, and you can click on that particular ad and it will open up the instant experience. And what's cool about an instant experience is that you can really help to tell your story and mark clear paths through your experience with descriptive text, buttons, and links. You can really take it and you can really make it your own. You can think of it somewhat like as a blank canvas that you can use to really make something like memorable as far as your marketing message goes. Next we have is the lead generation ad. Now, lead generation ads provide a very streamlined experience for capturing your audience's contact information. So here's a quick example of how a lead generation ad looks like. There's some introductory text like over in the beginning. Somebody clicks sign up, and what happens over here on the second page, you can see that the information is already pre-populated, like the first name, the last name, email, etc. So that information is already pre-populated, so all they have to do is just click the submit button, and then from there they get shown a thank you page, and you can direct them either to your website or you direct them somewhere else that's relevant to your particular offer. But that's what's really cool about lead generation ads. It makes it super easy to generate leads from Facebook. So like I said, somebody taps on your ad, a form pops up with their information already pre-filled. And another thing too is that generally speaking, when it comes to using lead ads, you can, as you're generating leads from your lead ads, you can either download it manually or you can sync it with your CRM to receive them as soon as they come in. So if you use, let's say like HubSpot or something like that, or MailerLite, or you can find a third-party program where you can like connect your Facebook lead ads with your email marketing software. That way you can get those leads and you can follow up with them and make sure that you stay on top of them as fast as possible. So next we have what's called an offer ads. So offers are essentially special deals that you can share with your customers on Facebook. So here's a quick example of what an offer ad looks like. You see it has like some text, some image here, and somebody can go and click on save to save that offer. So for this particular instance, the offer is that they receive a free head of lettuce with select tomato purchases. Somebody could save that offer and you could either redeem it in store, you could redeem it online or through the phone, or whichever makes the most sense for your business. So yes, you can design your offer to appear as an image, a video, or a carousel. And like I said, if somebody was to save your offer, they're actually going to get reminder notifications to use that offer before it expires. So it makes it really useful because, like I said, it's like you have Facebook that's helping you in regard to making sure that your offer stays in front of your target market and encouraging them to use them, which will of course affect your bottom line. So next we have what's called post engagement ads. So what happens is when people see a lot of reactions and comments on a Facebook post, this tends to act as a form of social proof. You see, people like to go where there's already crowds or there are already people kind of coming together. So if they see your post on their newsfeed and they see a lot of likes, they see a lot of comments, a lot of shares and so on, then there's a greater likelihood that they'll go and they'll engage with your post as well. People like to go where there's already something happening. So like I said, they see your post in your newsfeed, they're gonna check and see what it's about. You know, they may comment, they may like it, you know, they may share it, you know, depending on how they're feeling at that particular moment. But it can be really powerful, you know, to have like a post engagement with a lot of engagement on your post. So there's really 9 types of engagement that Facebook focus on when it comes to post engagement. You have 3-second video plays, is where somebody watches your video for a minimum of 3 seconds. You have the regular post reactions, like someone liking it, loving it, sad facing, etc. Then you have post shares, where people actually share your post. Link clicks, people clicking on a post. Post save, where they save the post for looking at it later. Photo views, this obviously goes for like an image ad. So if somebody sees like a particular image and they view it, that can count as a view. Post comments, you know, people comment on a post and so on and so forth. So all of these different engagements really factor into a post engagement ad. So next we have event responses ads. So what event response ads are especially designed to increase awareness of your event as well as generate responses. So here's a quick example of what an event response ad looks like. You know, you have your text, you have your ad copy here, and you have a nice image, and somebody can click here to say that they're interested, where they can go and they can RSVP for your event. So your event can be in the form of a video or an image. In order to create an event response ad, you also need to make sure that you actually have an event created beforehand before you can create the ad. And also, when it comes to creating that event, you also need to be either a page admin or editor and also a co-host of the event that you want to promote. So next we have our page likes ads. So our page like ads are essentially used to drive users to like your page. You know, very straightforward in that aspect. So here's a quick example of what a page like ads look like. You see over here at the bottom right hand corner, somebody can go and just click that button where it says like page, and just like that, they'll like your page and they'll become somewhat of a fan of your page. So your ad could be in the form of a video, or it could be an image that's master ratio of 1.91 to 1. Now, if you don't understand what that means or where, we're going to talk about all the different image sizes in a future post. And also page likes. Now here's the thing, they actually used to hold a lot of value back in the day. You know, people used to really go hard, you could say, for getting like a lot of page likes, but in this day and age, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to go that hard about it or to have it tons of likes. It does help, you know, because it does show like a form of social proof, but for the most part, you know, you don't want to focus too much on that. But it's good to have like a couple of likes, you know, 50, 60, 100 likes, or just to kind of gain them like over time. So definitely it's something to pay attention to, but not the same way that it was back in the day. So next we have dynamic ads. So our dynamic ads are unique in the sense that it automatically promotes products to people that express interest in your business, either on your website, in your app, or somewhere else on the internet. So you can create your dynamic ads using either the single image, the carousel, or the collection ad format. But instead of creating like an individual ad like we were talking about before, with a dynamic ad, you create an ad template that automatically uses images and details from your catalog. Now your catalog essentially just contains product information for all the items you'd like to advertise. So this is primarily geared towards people that run like an e-commerce business or that sell physical products. So if you have like a lot of products that you're already selling, you would just add that catalog to Facebook, and then from there you can start to create the dynamic ads. Now within the catalog, you want to create products. You can create product sets that control which type of items appears in your ads, because you want to make sure that your product sets have a consistent theme among each one of them. I mean, you don't want to have like a product set that has like 2 different items from like 2 totally different things. Like one, like a product set that has like men's things and like a children's things, but it's like, you know, just 2 totally like different like scenarios. You want to make sure that the product sets they create are related to one another. So something to keep in mind. So coming up next in this Facebook ad series, we're going to be going over Facebook ads image sizes. So we're going to go over the most common image sizes that people use when it comes to creating the Facebook ads. So definitely make sure you stay tuned for that. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon, so that way you can be part of the notification squad as soon as the next video drops. I got another video dropping in 2 weeks, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Super excited about that. And also, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch this video. You know, you could have been anywhere, you could have been doing anything, but it said you're here, you're watching this video, and you know, I really appreciate that a lot. So you should see appear on the screen now about 2 additional videos that you can watch. Also, you'll see like my logo that'll appear where you can like subscribe to the channel. You know, I definitely appreciate people that subscribe to the channel and want to see the content that I'm putting out here. You know, it takes a lot of work, but you know, seeing people liking it, interacting with it, it definitely makes it all worthwhile. So this is Jacob Laguerre. I just want to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.